You're watching the Alabama Weather Network.
This is the afternoon weather briefing. This is for Thursday, the 18th of September. This is James Spann. Alabama's weather today, much like recent days. It's kind of hot for September, and we have a few widely scattered showers and thunderstorms in progress. So let's go right to the radar for those that are watching live on the socials. On my YouTube channel and Facebook page, it's 2:53 p.m. Some of you watching later on the Alabama Weather Network. Now, a lot of what you see around the radar site, that's ground return. Obviously, it's not raining where you see green everywhere here, but within that ground return, we do have a few little decent showers and thunderstorms, especially over eastern Tuscaloosa and Bibb counties. Got a pretty good rain shower at Brookwood. Got a thunderstorm near Woodstock in northern Bibb County. Got one just below the Mercedes plant on the Tuscaloosa-Bibb County line. Got a pretty good shower. In fact, some thunder there near Wilsonville in Shelby County. These are dropping to the south. And as we work our way down to the south, we've got some scattered showers and storms over the southern counties of the state today, unlike yesterday where most of the showers were across the northern third of the state. And again, you can see these are small, isolated, and they're slowly moving to the southeast. And, of course, once the sun goes down, these will fade quickly. Check out the outflow boundaries. Those are always fun to watch. Look at Macon and Russell counties, and you can see that rush of cooler air coming out of those scattered storms, those fine lines arcing out to the south of those showers and thunderstorms. But again, most locations, no rain at all today. Here is the upper air look. And again, we've got a ridge in place here, a trough over the northeastern states, a trough over the Great Plains. And again, for us, just like recent days. For most locations, the sky partly to mostly sunny, but a few pockets of convection, a few showers. That's the regional radar composite across the Deep South. Pretty toasty today for September 18th. Look at Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, Selma, 95. How about that? 94 for Monroeville. Mobile and Huntsville, 91. Montgomery, 89. Dothan, 94. And we will most likely see highs over 90 through early next week. There's evidence heat levels come down a bit over the latter half of next week with highs back in the mid-80s. We'll check the watch warning map around the nation. Pretty quiet. Flash flood watches in effect for parts of California. Got a risk of severe storms through tonight from Oklahoma into parts of Kansas, Missouri, and Iowa. Tomorrow, a small marginal risk over parts of Kansas and Nebraska. And on day 3, which is Saturday, no severe storms expected across the country. We'll check rain for the next 7 days. This is valid through Thursday morning of next week. And the numbers are coming up a little bit. And again, we're seeing evidence that we could see an increase in the number of scattered showers and thunderstorms toward the middle part of next week. Maybe almost 1 inch around the shoals, but still for most locations amounts under 1/2 inch. And the new drought monitor was released this morning. This product is released once a week on Thursday morning. And you can see drought conditions continue to expand across the state, especially the western half of the state. And again, we've got a little spot of a severe drought over Marengo County in West Alabama. But obviously, we need some rain, and this is the time of the year where we often don't get much. September, October tend to be relatively dry. Tropical weather situation. We have one very disorganized, puny-looking tropical storm in the Atlantic, well to the east of the northern Leeward Islands. That's Gabrielle. And a wave that's coming off the coast of Africa, that new wave coming off the African coast, the models do nothing with this, nothing. The Hurricane Center being generous and giving this a 20% chance of developing, but again, I don't think much happens there. So this is Gabrielle, and again, you can see the swirl, the circulation, but there's really not much in the way of deep convection near the center, so it's pretty disorganized. And on top of that, we've got dry air working into the system, and there is some shear involved, so this thing will be struggling. This is the latest track from the Hurricane Center, and they do bring it up to a hurricane east of Bermuda on Monday. And then this thing hooks on out to sea. You can see Bermuda, that little dot where it says hour 96 80 miles per hour. That little dot right by the text there, that's Bermuda. And so the cone is, Bermuda for the moment is out of the cone. But again, the Hurricane Center brings it up to a hurricane. And some of the models suggest that won't happen, but that it's certainly possible. In fact, let's look at the intensity guidance from the ATCF set. And you can see about half the members show Gabrielle remaining a tropical storm. About half the members bring it up to a Category 1. And a few outliers beyond that. But again, one way or the other, this will not affect the United States at all. So this is the 10-day outlook off the European ensemble out to September the 28th. And you can see, first off, the Gulf, nothing at all for the rest of September. And again, it does absolutely nothing with these waves coming off the coast of Africa. The only meaningful low is Gabrielle, and again, that won't even be close to land. So again, the good news here, no tropical storms, no hurricanes for the Gulf, at least for the next 7 to 10 days, basically for the rest of September. But we got to get through October and November. All right, model fans, here we go. You know you like these model maps. This is the raw stuff you see here. And let's go with the European. I think I might show the European kind of as a base map. It tends to be a little better than the American GFS. This is the European, valid tomorrow at 4 o'clock. This is the 12Z run. Got a trough over the Corn Belt, the nation's midsection. And again, here, winds aloft, light variable, and really no change tomorrow. Partly to mostly sunny, highs over 90. We'll check the high-resolution HER model. This is valid tomorrow evening at 6 o'clock. And you can see we'll probably have more of these little isolated showers and storms around. So for the high school football games, most stadiums, but not all, should be rain-free at kickoff. But again, once the sun gets down, these things go away very quickly. And again, the chance of any one spot getting a shower or storm, less than 20% tomorrow. Same thing Saturday. Same thing Sunday. Partly sunny, isolated, afternoon showers. Highs low 90s in most spots. So this is Monday. Again, low 90s, maybe a few spotty showers. And then Tuesday, we're starting to see evidence of the ridge breaking down, the air aloft a little colder, moisture a little deeper. So perhaps an increase in the number of scattered showers and thunderstorms. In fact, look at here. This is Wednesday of next week. And that doesn't mean it's going to rain everywhere, but we'll see probably a pretty good bump in the number of showers and storms, with highs dropping back in the 80s. And a week from today, that's pretty interesting. This is Thursday the 25th. Got a deep upper low that's over Arkansas. And if that develops, that could clearly bring us a good increase in the number of showers and thunderstorms by Wednesday and Thursday of next week. We'll keep our fingers crossed. We could use the rain, get the dust settled. Let's keep going. This is 10 days out, Sunday, September 28th. Got kind of a positive tilt trough west of the state, but again, moisture limited here and not much evidence of any rain at that point. So let's go out 15 days. European ensemble, the mean is the green line. And looky here, it's a little over 2 inches between now and the 3rd of October. So again, we're getting signals that rain chances will finally be rising after a week or so. Temperature is pretty toasty for September. Highs between 90 and 94 between now and the first part of next week, and then back in the mid-80s. Toward the end of next week, lows will stay in the 60s, maybe close to 70. And just in, latest long-range guidance, this is for September 26th through October 2nd. And again, a lot of cool weather fans are waiting on that first good push of cool air to get us in the 40s. Pattern not really favoring that. Temperatures will likely stay a little above average. So back to the radar. We're live at 3:02 this afternoon. Love those outflow boundaries. That's outstanding. Showers in parts of Macon and Russell, Pike counties, Barber County in southeast Alabama. Again, they're small. They're fairly isolated. Dropping to the south-southeast. Got a few showers in Crenshaw, Butler County. Let's go to the Mobile radar. Take a look at that. Again, the Gulf is quiet. Just isolated showers. Choctaw, Clark, Wilcox, Monroe. Pretty good little shower there between Chapman and Greenville in Butler County, where all my people are from. And again, the Tennessee Valley is dry. Nothing happening. Yesterday we had the isolated storms that were strong But today they're south of the Tennessee Valley, over the southern two-thirds of the state. And again, you can see those isolated storms over eastern Tuscaloosa and Bibb counties dropping to the south. And again, those outflow boundaries stretching out from there. So that's it for this afternoon. Had a great time today at Rainbow Presbyterian Church. Had a huge crowd, big senior adult group. That was a lot of fun. Tonight I will be at Huntington College in Montgomery. Speak to the students there. That'll be an 8 o'clock start time at the chapel. Tomorrow morning, Vinemont Middle School, home of the Eagles, Coleman County. Tomorrow evening, I'll be at Oxford High School, home of the Yellow Jackets. For the Friday night rivals game of the week, it is Mountain Brook at Oxford. That'll be on My 68. That's our sister station in the Birmingham market. I'll be live on ABC 3340 at 4, 5, and 6 o'clock. And then Saturday, it's a book signing. Yeah, buddy, we're going to be at the Maple Avenue Coffee House in Trussville from noon until 2. And if you've never been to one of these things, you really need to come. We have a lot of fun. We take a lot of pictures. All the cool weather shirts, all of our children's books that are really good. The April 27, 2011 book, All You Can Do Is Pray, and much more. So plan on coming to see us. Trussville, noon until 2 at Maple Avenue Coffee House. We'll be on ABC 3340 News this evening at 4, 5, and 6 o'clock. And don't forget you can catch my forecast on great radio stations around the state, including Birmingham, 98.7 KISS. Thanks for watching. Have a marvelous Thursday evening, and God bless.